This video is going to have a different format than usual, but I hope you like it. I want to help one of our friends, one of our brothers, to feel more proud of himself, because he deserves it. But hopefully, while listening to this, you understand that everything I'm saying relates to your journey as well. Everything I'm saying is also supposed to help you respect yourself more and appreciate how far you've come. So I recently received this message on Instagram. I'm going to read it out loud. I'm reading Restoring Pride off of your recommendation, and this is the point I struggle with the most. How does one internalize the journey and joy of greatness, as well as come to terms with the fact that its recognition by people is irrelevant to the magnitude of pride you gain from it? So first of all, our friend has a beautiful way of expressing himself. But for those of you who are not familiar with the book Restoring Pride, I will give you a bit of context, but not too much, because you will catch on as I address his question. Restoring Pride is one of my favorite books, at least one of my favorite books that I've read in the past 4 or 5 years. I started recommending it and writing about it first time in 2020. So it's been a while that I've been telling all of you how great this book is. And he's talking about pride, about journey and joy of greatness, and also mentioning magnitude of pride that you gain from this journey. So the book proposes an idea, a bit controversial, that not all people are equal. And imagine today writing a book saying that not all people are equal. You would be cancelled right away. But this philosopher, Richard Taylor, who wrote the book, he's not aiming at the fact that people are not equal because of their race, their nationality, their religion, or their material possessions. People are not equal in the sense that objectively there are people who are pursuing greatness, who are pursuing their personal greatness, not greatness in the eyes of society. There are people who are actively trying to make themselves become who they can be. There are people who are actively trying to actualize their potentials. And then we have people who are just passively going through life, just going through the motions day by day and not making any effort to bring out their potentials, to offer their talents to the real world, to the outside world. So he proposes that not all people are equal in this sense. All people deserve equal rights. All people deserve to be treated equally with respect, to be given opportunities. However, not all people are equal in the sense of how they live their life and how they treat the gift of life that they have been given. So that's some context around the book. And our friend is asking how to get to this point that's suggested in the book, that you should feel proud of yourself for your pursuit of greatness, not wait for the recognition of others. So greatness is not you buying a Bugatti and being admired by others. Greatness is you working on yourself and getting a sense of pride just from the fact that you are working on yourself. So our friend is asking how to combat this fact that you're not getting recognition from others. And now let me dive in straight into it, and just bear in mind, I will be addressing him, so some of this will be specific to the way he asked the question and the context around which he asked the question, but as we move on, everything will make sense and apply to you as well. But I'm starting with him. Brother, I started recommending this book in 2020. Now it's 2024. You are officially the third person who told me that they started reading the book. Okay, so let's acknowledge first that fact. Let's acknowledge the fact that I don't mean to brag, but I have been reaching millions and millions of people every month. I'm just talking about Instagram reach metrics. I have been reaching millions and millions of people per month for the last 2 years, not for the last 4 years. But you can do the calculation of how many people I have reached, how many people have seen my posts. For 4 years, I'm recommending this book. And you're the third person to say that they started reading it. Okay. Why is this important? Let's build on that fact. Another fact is that a little over a year ago, I made a comprehensive reading recommendation list, where I give context around every book that I have read and found valuable. It's not just a generic reading list. Okay, you have to read these 50 books before you die. No. It's a list where I provide context why you should read this book, for who will find this book useful, and so on. Why is this important? Because in the last year, every single day, and I mean every single day, I receive a question or comment by someone saying, can you recommend me some books to read? All they need to do is visit my account, my profile. So the amount of effort needed to see, okay, I appreciate this guy's opinion. I think he could recommend me some interesting books. The amount of effort it takes to visit my account, click on the link in the bio, just try, make that effort. Just try to click the link in the bio, and you will not find any spam, any attempt of me trying to sell you something that you don't need. There is a free reading list. The amount of people that are not willing and able to make the effort to even search if I already have a reading list, but are so lazy that they say, and sorry if you're one of those people and now feel offended, but it is laziness to just drop a comment and message, can you recommend me some books? If you respect my opinion, can you first try to see if I have recommended some books? So this brother here who sent this question, I don't know if he saw the post, one of the many posts where I have talked about the book Restoring Pride, or if he saw this book recommended on my reading list. But in any case, he made the effort to take the recommendation and then to act on it. Okay. Another fact. Now, thousands of people have downloaded my free reading list. Again, total of 3 people have said that they started reading Restoring Pride. I said it's one of the most influential books for me. It has been one of the most influential books for me in the past couple of years. So, brother, you have to acknowledge the fact that you are already so far ahead of most people. You took action. You took so many people receive recommendations. And it's not just about Restoring Pride, this specific book. What do you think how many people have downloaded my book recommendations list and haven't read a single book? And it's not a matter of finishing the book. You don't need to read it from cover to cover, but to select one of those books and start reading it. Give me some feedback. Ask a question, because now obviously we see that if a person comes to me and says, I started reading this book and this is what I'm struggling with, if I see that, I will reply. Sometimes I will even make the effort to reply like this and to dedicate a whole video to it. But what do most people do? Leave a comment. Can you recommend, what is the best book that you have read? Can you recommend some books? You know what kind of question is that? Can you recommend some books? Who are you? What is your journey? What are your goals? What do you care about? What is the context of your life? Then we can talk about books. Okay, I don't want to go on that rant, but it's important to realize that this friend, this brother, he is so far ahead of most people. Saw the recommendation, I'm interested in this, started reading, started thinking about it, started having an internal conversation, realized that he's struggling with something, and he reached out. So this is a man of action. You, brother, have to first give yourself that credit. Why you are not able to give yourself this credit, it's completely natural, because you're not able to have this perspective that I have, because I know the facts of only 3 people started reading this book. I have the facts of every single day people asking me about book recommendations instead of just looking at my profile. So you are just not able to take on my perspective. It's completely natural. And this is a first lesson. Your journey of growth, your journey of development has one maybe unfortunate fact, and that's that you often cannot realize how far you are from how far ahead you are from most people, because you're not able to take that perspective outside of yourself. You can only have perspective of your own journey. So it's impossible for you to view yourself and your journey the way that I can view it now, having this context and looking from the point of view of a spectator, and a spectator who has even greater insight, because I'm able to compare with people who are supposed to be interested in similar things like you, or same things like you. We address that. I could go on and on a rant, but let me jump to the second part. Okay, journey and joy of greatness, but recognition by other people is irrelevant to the magnitude of pride you gain from it. Let's say it like this. Another fact of your journey, beautiful how you said it, journey and joy of greatness, beautiful. Another fact is that most people cannot see your journey, are not able to perceive your development, because how can they perceive your inner growth if they're not close enough to you, if they don't have the capacity, if their journey is so far removed from yours that they cannot wrap their head around what your inner growth looks like. And to be honest, brother, most people don't care. So most often you receive recognition for things that don't matter. Most often you receive recognition for external progress. And listen, I'm not saying external progress doesn't matter at all. I would love for all of you watching this, get your money, get an amazing body, have an externally successful life. But I hope that most of us watching this know that the foundation, the base, the essence is here and here. Most people don't care or are not able to perceive that type of growth. So you are bound as you move through life, as you move on your journey. You are bound to realize that most people that you interact with cannot fully appreciate who you are and who you are becoming. But then we get to one extremely encouraging fact. There are people in your life who recognize. You said recognition of people is irrelevant to the magnitude of pride you gain from it. Pride, we often think of pride as something negative. This brother knows, because he read the book, that pride in this context is positive because it's justified pride. I should feel proud of myself because I have been putting in the work to become a better person. I shouldn't be inflating my ego, but I have real reason to feel proud of myself, how far I've come. Like this brother, like you watching this right now. If you've been putting in some effort to become more of what you can be, you should have a justified sense of pride. So, he says, recognition by other people is irrelevant to the magnitude of pride that you get from your journey. That's correct. And everything we have been talking up to this point is aiming at the fact that you need to cultivate that sense of pride. However, what I started talking just now is that you will meet people who are able to appreciate your inner journey, your inner growth and development. And those people are precisely the ones that you want in your life. So as you move forward on your journey, people who don't appreciate your true progress, amazing, you're blessed to see that they don't appreciate it, because those are the people that you don't want in your life. Maybe short term you deceive yourself in thinking, I want this person to respect me, to like me. But no, at the very moment where they failed to respect you for who you are, they have excluded themselves from the group of people who deserve to be in your life. So it's a sort of natural selection process. Every person who is able to perceive at least a little bit of what's going on here, your growth as an individual, every person who is able to give you that recognition that usually only you give to yourself, that's a person that you want in your life. And those people exist. Those people exist. Don't let anyone tell you any different. Those people exist. Yes, they are rare, but if those people were not rare, then everyone in this world would have a group of close friends that, true friends, that counts 100, 200, 300 people. How realistic is that? Why is it that we as humans, that everyone has 1, 2, 3, if they are blessed beyond measure, 3 or 4 people in their life who are truly, truly always there for them, who truly respect them and appreciate them for who they are? That's how us as humans work. So when you start thinking about it a bit more, you realize, wait, this makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense that most people cannot give me recognition for the things that I deserve recognition for. They will give me recognition for external things, and that's great, but I have to move on and not be captured by that. Okay, thank you, but I keep moving on. I keep building myself up. Thank you for appreciating the way that I have built my body. Thank you for appreciating the fact that I'm successful in business or this or that. Okay, but I have to keep going, because there are people who will or already are appreciating how I'm growing inside. So let's sum it up, and especially for, again, now speaking directly to the brother who asked this question. You are a man of action. You are a man of action. That's a fact. That's an objective fact. Now, when I have read your message, I can tell you that. So you are fortunate. I have to say, maybe this will sound a bit narcissistic, but you are fortunate that I have seen the message and I decided to reply. Not because I'm important. No. You are fortunate because you now get to have a different perspective on your journey. An outside perspective. So you're fortunate in that sense. Not all people get the chance to observe actually how far ahead they are from most people. Not everyone gets that chance. So soak it in, and remind yourself, okay, I'm a man of action. And for all of you listening, you are usually comparing yourself to you completely miss the point in comparing yourself with people who the context isn't there. You always have to start, we say don't compare yourself to other people. Okay, yeah, of course. However, it's impossible never to compare yourself to other people. Impossible. So, think of general population, because your starting point isn't here. Your starting point is with all the other people. So this brother, and I will be saving this screenshot of this message, because it's so special. This brother, you know how many people are interested in books, interested in self-development, interested in reading. Oh, I like this. When? What did you read? What are the internal conversations that you have? What are the actions that you have taken? What? This brother took action. So you have to soak it in. You have to soak it in and say to yourself, okay, I am in a world where the vast majority of people are just talking and just living passively. I have actually taken some action. And everyone now listening, if you have taken a single step, you cannot comprehend how far you've come. If you have taken a single step on the journey that you chose, whatever that is, whatever your path is, and whatever was the action that you recognized and said, okay, this is an action I can take. This is a step that I can take to create some momentum. If you took a single step, you are light years ahead of everyone else, light years ahead of most people, the vast majority of people. So you have to remind yourself of that, not to inflate your ego, but to learn to respect yourself. Okay, I'm a person on a mission. I'm a person who is going somewhere. I'm a person who is trying to go somewhere. You have to remind yourself of that. And here is also one thing with this pride, with this justified sense of pride. And maybe it will be an interesting topic to expand on it in another video. So I would like to hear from you if you would be interested in that. When you lack some external success, you're still not where you want to be in life. External, internal, you're not who you want to be yet. You are not where you want to be. If you have a sense of being on a mission, if you have a goal in front of you, if you have made a clear agreement with yourself that I am going to do my best to move towards this goal, it's not going to be pretty, it's not going to be straight upward line, but I'm going to make an effort. If you make that agreement with yourself, I can guarantee you, people around you see that. Those who cannot see it, you don't want them, you don't need them. People that you want in your life will see it. I can tell you, when I was at some of my lowest points, I was able to impress some people who, by society standards, were so far ahead of me and shouldn't be interested in me. I was able to impress them. And they openly told me I was able to impress them by them seeing that I am a man on a mission who is showing up for himself and for his mission and for his purpose every single day. So it doesn't matter what I drive or the fact that I don't have a car, it doesn't matter. Or whatever context you want to put into it. So just for those guys who think that's something that you need to impress, because now we're sort of drifted in the context of men. If you think that you really need to have some extravagant material possessions to impress women, try being a man on a mission. Try being a man on a mission and see how women react to that. And maybe women now watching this, maybe they can comment. Is it attractive to see a man on a mission? A man who, of course, takes care of himself and tries to present himself in the best way possible, but isn't there yet where he wants to be. Isn't there yet. And the main thing that he has going for him is you can see that he is on a mission and is working towards it. Ladies, tell us if that is attractive. But I want to make sure that you understand I'm talking to everyone. I'm talking to everyone. When I talk about pride, justified pride, this sense of inner growth that other people respect, I'm addressing both ladies and gentlemen who are watching this, both brothers and sisters. So, to the brother who has this, thank you. And I would be angry if you don't take this, soak it in, and just keep going with a sense of confidence that I'm doing something. I'm a person who is not just talking, but actually making decisions, taking action. don't start a beef with me by now not taking this and just using it as a fuel to keep moving forward without being bothered by recognition for things that don't hold any weight, things that don't hold weight in terms of who you are as a person. You have to now keep going. You have to keep going with the sense of, I know who I am, I know what I'm worth, I know that I'm working towards being even more than I am right now, and I know that there are people who will respect this, who will appreciate what's inside, and I want that type of recognition. Yes, I want that type of recognition. Maybe the book Restoring Pride has given you an idea that you can become completely disinterested in what other people think. It's unrealistic. Just know that there are people who will appreciate what matters in you. And it's a beautiful process of natural selection. People who deserve you will appreciate you for who you are, and they will appreciate the fact that you are going somewhere. And people who cannot appreciate that, great. Even better for you. You can filter them out. I feel encouraged. I'm talking to you, I'm trying to encourage you, but I feel encouraged after saying all of this. So I hope you, brother, I chose not to say your name because let's keep it private. If you want to, if you decide to, you can drop a comment and say to people that the question was asked by you. I leave that choice up to you and everyone else who's listening. I hope you realize that 90% of what I said applies to you as well. I don't know if you are like this brother, if you took the action, or if you've been a bit more lazy, waiting for me to give you book recommendations and hoping that someone else can read the books for you. I don't know. Maybe some of you are like that. But then take this as a challenge. Take this as a challenge to observe, decide on one concrete action to take, and take that small action today. So there is something encouraging for everyone here. I hope you found this valuable. And tell me, what do you think about this format? What do you think about this format? Because I'm receiving some interesting questions, and they are worth addressing in this way. Definitely. Tell me, what do you think about this sense of justified pride? So not narcissism, not artificially inflated ego, but sense of pride. Yes, I know who I am. I know what I'm worth. I know that I'm doing something to make myself better. And yeah, I deserve to feel proud of myself. Tell me, what do you think about that idea? Or do you think we should all be humble beyond measure, just bowing ourselves in front of other people and no, I'm not worth anything? There are some people who believe that's the approach. I don't know. Let's discuss it. I appreciate humility. Trust me, but maybe pride isn't so bad when it's earned. This brother earned it. He earned his pride, and I hope all of you earn it as well. And learn to appreciate how far you've come. Thank you for listening to this. Again, let me know all of your whatever comes to your mind about what I've spoken about this format, some counter arguments. I'm interested in hearing everything. Like, maybe share with your friends who are kind of insecure of themselves. Maybe share with your friends who have genuinely been trying to get better, but are failing to appreciate the fact that they are making some progress. They are failing to appreciate the fact that they, unlike most people, are taking some action. Share with those friends who need to understand that, hey, respect yourself, appreciate who you are and what you're trying to become. Share with them, like, comment, and subscribe. Let's not play games. I can see the percentages. I can see the percentages that most people watching this are not subscribed. Subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't cost you anything, and it can help me. So let's not play games. Subscribe. That's it. As always, stay strong, love life, and never feel sorry for yourself.